Got to head over to the other big state, Texas, and mention some history related to there.
Yeah, Matt, this one has an entire chapter in my book, but I'll give you the short version of the story. It's the dedication of St. Mary's Cathedral in Galveston, Texas, this week in 1848. There were Franciscan missions in Texas as early as the 1600s, but the status of the church there was unstable in the face of hostility from natives and then strife between Anglo settlers and Hispanic residents. Texas rebelled and achieved independence from Mexico in the 1830s, at which point French priests coming from the U.S. began working in the region. One of those was Jean-Marie Odin, who would become the first bishop of the new Diocese of Galveston in 1847. The Church of St. Mary was the first church in Galveston. That's an island city in the Gulf of Mexico. Odin had himself paid most of the cost for the original modest wood frame structure, but with the establishment of the new diocese and the continued growth of the local church, there was quickly need for a new building. So construction began in 1847, 500,000 bricks to make a grand cruciform Gothic edifice. Overcoming financial and weather obstacles, the structure arose in due course, and the Cathedral of St. Mary was dedicated by Bishop Odin on November 26th, this week in 1848. In a letter after the ceremony, he wrote, "This building, which gave me so much anxiety, will, I hope, contribute to the strengthening and the propagation of the faith." In 1878, a statue of Mary, Star of the Sea, was added to one of the cathedral's three towers. By that time, Odin was gone. He died during the First Vatican Council in 1870. His church still stands, though barely. It was one of the few buildings still erect after the deadly 1900 Galveston hurricane, and it was sorely tested again by Hurricane Ike in 2008. Damage from that storm put it out of commission for a few years, but it reopened in 2014, and it remains one of two cathedrals for what is now the Archdiocese of Galveston-Houston. The Basilica and Cathedral of St. Mary's in Galveston, this week, 1848.
And you mentioned that you highlight this in your book, A Catholic Pilgrimage Through American History. If our listeners want to get a copy of that, what's a good way to do so?
Well, they can go to a local Catholic bookstore or Amazon or any online seller as well.
You can go straight to sunrisemorningshow.com. We'll link you right on through.